So we are moving along, obviously, and I'm just trying to get you a lovely, oh, there we go. Sorry, I know the car's bumping around, but absolutely beautiful San Gimignano straight ahead that we are bypassing today, but we will be back to visit later on in July. Look at the little Cinquecento. Oh, cute. So we have stopped very, very quickly and by mistake in Filiculi, I think it's called. I'll double check that I'm saying it right. And we're right up on top of a very, very, very high hilltop where the village just literally goes right across the rim. What a lovely fountain. Right across the rim, and you'll see how high up we are, in fact. David's just sat at the little lookout. There you go. War memorial. And we were driving through the valleys and it was getting a bit boring once we left the Autostrada through the valley. And then I missed a turn and I said to David, oh, I missed it on purpose. It got us out of the valleys and into the hills. So now we're overlooking all these beautiful valleys below. How glorious. Corso della Rinascita. So they're saying Rinascita here. Rocco, and that's from the 14th century, secolo is century. So let's just have a look and see. We're just stopping for a few minutes, but it's always sweet to check out these little places that you've come across by total chance. Beautiful stone buildings. It's a lovely little village, isn't it? Looks like there's some beautiful homes. They all have lovely stone arched. Oh, there you go. There's a Vendasi Magazzino. Magazzino is like a cantina, if you like. Well, I'd have to read what it says, but obviously normally you can visit that lovely turret that I was just filming before. Let's see what it says on the doorway. So obviously it was a fortress. You have to ring to visit. Okay. Or otherwise they have opening hours, different times of the week, times of the day, opening times in English as well. Oh well, not to worry. So we are just crossing the TERRE, and up on the hilltop is Orvieto. That unfortunately we don't have time to go up and see. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, very famous. But we're absolutely having to just stick to our guns this afternoon now because we're a little bit later than what we thought for our little meeting. And I'll tell you what it is once we get there. We are travelling along the top of a town called Bomazzo, which is literally sitting on top of a rocky outcrop, and unfortunately I couldn't capture it as we were coming in just because of the bush all around, all the forest, but it's extraordinary. We're literally right on top of this massive high rocky outcrop. So bizarre. And of course, what happens? We get stuck behind a tractor right in the middle of town. Of course you do. And you can't go anywhere because obviously not enough room to bypass anyone. You won't be able to tell how high up we are. No, I can't really show you, but some of the places you end up in, just amazing. Oh my gosh, it's been a huge day, but finally we got to Gimignano. Look at this beautiful view behind me. David's just over talking to our friends, and I'll spin around and just show you this square I'm on right now. So on the piazza here, we have obviously the main church, I would say. These beautiful hills all the way around, just spectacular hilltops. Now this area is the Sabina, and this is exactly where I was looking in Umbria, because my auntie Mela and my cousins live in this area. Well, my auntie Mela passed away, but from the time I was 15, I used to come to this area and always loved it, and actually thought I might live here one day. But we're in Tuscany instead, where we're very, very happy indeed. But I still love this area very, very much. Let me just walk across to David without getting run over. And there you are, darling. Isn't it beautiful? I was just saying, can you understand now why I used to love coming here as a child? I've been here since I was 15. So just take you over to this lovely view over here. It's a lovely, this must be beautiful when the sun goes down and you get all the colours. Look at these beautiful views. This is the beautiful Sabina. Look at that. So olive groves and vineyards and hilltops, and the valley below with the Tiber. There's the Tiber River going down towards Rome. And look at these amazing castle.
It's beautiful. So with regards cleaning,
So I'm just, I do. That's okay. I just had to film him coming through that. That's a bit special. Oh my gosh. So I'm sitting here on this beautiful little divano in front of this doorway, which is just insane. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Piazza Leone Orsini, because it's the Orsini castle. And David's just driven through that incredible little tower and arch. Oh my goodness.
Grounds of a 1st century Roman villa.
Wow.
And
did you hear that?
A castle here in the 6th century, and then they converted the castle in the 14th century into a palazzo. So there's fundaments of the 6th century castles.
Wow. If you didn't hear Cal, she just said this is on the spot of a 1st century castle, and then built on over the centuries. Amazing. Look at these awesome cobbled streets, a mixture of different cobbling and stone. And we're just wandering down here to their villa just to have a look from the outside, because we have to rush off. Piccolo del bacio, amore. Look. Amore è semplicemente essere felici. Oh, che bello. Here he comes. We've been having to take photos in front of everything that says kiss, whatever, obviously. L'amore, love. Gimignano in love. Oh, look at the little hearts. Oh, tesoro, it's so sweet. Oh, Dante. L'amor che muove il sole e le altre stelle. Oh, how beautiful. Love that moves the sun and all the stars. The other stars. Isn't this beautiful? The perfect spot for you and I, David.
It's not Diagon Alley, that's for sure.
L'esistenza è un mare da riempire con tante gocce d'amore. Oh. Pro amore e luce. L'amore è una nuvola che avvolge la nostra vita, si presenta come una tempesta nei momenti tristi e come il sole nei momenti felici. Beautiful little doll. L'amore è un sentimento speciale che una volta provato non vuoi più lasciare andare. Wow, every single corner has a beautiful saying about love. Let's go down here. We have to get going. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so special. Oh, look.
Yeah, it's a little restaurant.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's done so well. Oh my gosh.
No flowers yet, but it's amazing, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Italy's history and to have it right there.
You're right, actually,
I
yes.
just think it's the most precious thing.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. Oh, it's just beautiful. A little lavender plant coming along, just like a house. We are arriving under some big droplets of rain, but we've just arrived at Borgo San Faustino, which is a beautiful country relay and spa, and we're just about to go and check in. So let's see what we find. So this is our little room, which we didn't pay a cent for. Thank you very much, Qantas frequent flyer points. I always forget that you can use them for accommodation, but yes, David. Oh, I love the wardrobe in here as well with the chicken wire. This is a beautiful relay, like a country club, sort of, not club, sorry, a country relay. They call it Borgo because it would have been like an old hamlet. And as you can see, I'll walk you up, but it has a magnificent swimming pool overlooking all of the countryside, this lovely outdoor area. We're going up to the restaurant now to have some dinner or drinking some dinner. Our room is in like a little cottage, if you like. There's another building up there. I need my handbag, sweetie. And we are in La Stanza Rosa, which is just a standard room, but considering it's such it has a beautiful view. It's just starting to rain, unfortunately, but that's okay. It'll clear tomorrow. But it's really lovely, and what a great place to end a very long driving day. We've been going since early this morning, and all the lights are just coming on now. It's going to be pretty when we walk down later. So let's go and have a lovely glass of wine and some dinner, darling.
Indeed.
Good idea. So we're just walking up between the raindrops. I've noticed they've just lit the pool as we've started to walk up, which I've seen photographs of it lit at night, and it looks so pretty once it gets darker outside. Oh, more walls of lavender everywhere I go. I just love these walls of lavender that you find. What a lovely pool. Oh, look, and there's a spa pool over there, darling. Oh, by the way, this is a country relay and spa centre, benessere centre, which means well-being in Italian. So you can also have spa treatments here, which we won't have time for, but it's great to know. I know these walls of lavender are extraordinary, aren't they? I'm just calling it lavender. Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so sorry. My brain has gone dead. It's fried this evening. Walls of rosemary. Why I said lavender, I have no idea. Please forgive me.
Roast potatoes.
David just said if they're doing rosemary roast potatoes, they're not going to run out. Some lovely rambling roses. And look at these pretty spots here. Unfortunately, it's not an evening. It's a warm day, but it's got really cool this evening, but lovely cool. But look how pretty this is. So on a really hot evening when it's not raining, you can just imagine lovely roses sitting along here under lovely vines over there, little vine here. Looking out over the beautiful pool all lit up, the tree with the lights in it. It's really, really pretty. Really, really gorgeous. Cheers, amore mio.
Cheers. Chin chin.
Chin chin to us. Oh, that's beautiful. That's so refreshing. And we're going to be getting a tagliare. This is an Orvieto Classico, which is a classic white wine from Orvieto area, which is where we are now, and which is what they're famous for, obviously. And the gentleman said they grow it and make it here themselves. So this is a production of the place where we're actually staying, and it's just beautiful and crisp and cool and refreshing, exactly what we needed. Sorry, Daddy, what were you saying? Isn't it sweet? So sweet. Poppy seed. They probably make those here as well, I would imagine. So we're just having a little tagliere plate to start off with. We've eaten very little today, so we're just having this with our wine before we have some dinner. David, are you feeling ever so slightly more relaxed than before?
Oh, now the driving's done. Yes.
I can tell you're just slouched in that chair after that beautiful glass of wine and those few little bits and pieces of food, and you look like the happiest man on the planet right now.
Well, I still have some
You have some room left for dinner?
room for dinner.
Awesome. But look what he has behind him. Isn't that beautiful? Everyone else has already gone into the dining room, so we're giving them a chance. We were the last to arrive, so let the staff have a bit of a chance. But I love these lime green couches with the raspberry colour cushions. It's giving me some lovely ideas. I've always loved those colours together. So we've just picked up, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't show you, but we've just picked up an antique divano, which is about this size, but not as deep as these, but it's a beautiful little size for our lounge room, from some lovely friends that we've been following on Facebook for ages, Kel and Jess, that live in beautiful Palazzo in Gimignano. So we drove all the way there to pick up this beautiful divano, and it's just gorgeous, isn't it? It's going to look so pretty in our lounge room. It's going to be a beautiful addition. And I was just thinking how lovely it would be to have a pop of colour on that with some cushions. So we'll have a good look for some nice cushions for that to add a pop of colour.
Some colour.
Yeah, be beautiful. In the meantime, I think you and I are ready to have some lovely dinner and then retire for the evening because we have another big day ahead tomorrow. Back up to Montesi. We're going up to Montesi, which is in the provincia di Siena, to do something really interesting, which I'm really excited about telling you all about, but I keep it a secret for now. Let's go and have dinner, darling. Yeah, buona serata a tutti. Let's go and have some dinner. For all the wine buffs out there, David, is that not the most magnificent nose on a Merlot that you've ever...
See, I mean, you can't, there's no smelly TV yet. You can smell
Unfortunately
things.
not, yeah.
Here, you can start to smell it.
I know, I did the same thing. I actually got goosebumps.
And then when you're here...
I know, I got goosebumps. It's one of the most beautiful noses I've ever smelled on a Merlot. I've had some beautiful wines. Last year when we were in Montalcino, we had Brunello, which we both absolutely fell in love with. But I'm a real Merlot lover forever. I've always loved Merlot. I don't think I've actually had one that's had a nose like this, but also then, oh my gosh, the bouquet is amazing. The taste is sensational. And this is not something we were expecting because this is a vino made here at this estate in Umbria. And Umbria is not the most well-known place for wines in Italy. It's not like you hear about them. We hear about our super Tuscans because we live in Tuscany.
Definitely not from there.
But that is a stunning, stunning wine. Congratulations to this beautiful vineyard for making this. Oh my goodness, so dinner's just arrived, and to go with it we have that incredible Merlot. Now I ordered grilled potatoes with rosemary. This is anatra, which is duck breast, done in a beautiful orange sauce, but I can't remember all the other ingredients, so I'm going to have to look at the menu again. David has beautiful pappardelle, handmade pappardelle with cinghiale, and what did they have with them? There was something else in it.
I think it's a plum.
Oh, it was frutta di bosco. It was frutta di bosco, which in Italian means wild berries from the forest. So it could be wild raspberries, wild blackberries, which just sounds awesome. So let's tuck in and have a look and see. But the food and wine here is just absolutely sensational from what I can tell. Buon appetito. Chef, complimenti, ero stupendo, veramente. Prego, prego.
Che cosa mangiare?
Ah, certo. Amore, isn't this a romantic setting? Look at you with your little bottle of Merlot in your arms. Are you nursing that beautiful bottle? I don't blame you. It's probably one of the best ones I've ever had, I can tell you. And we're going to come for a swim in this beautiful pool tomorrow morning, aren't we, if the weather's permitting? Oh, look at the Damijan in the garden. How lovely. Isn't this beautiful? Oh, that breeze is just to die for. Isn't it gorgeous? I don't know if we can get out here. Can we get out here? We're just wandering around aimlessly. Look at that enticing pool. Can we get through there, darling, without breaking our necks? We can? You might have to hold my hand.
We're encased with the...
You might have to hold my hand though, because I tell you what, it's a bit steep. Buongiorno. Good morning again, everyone. I did wake up at 5:45 and showed you a little of the sunrise, but now we're under a very bright, clear sky after the little rain last night. Next you can see we're just heading up to breakfast, but I thought I would just show you in the daylight how lovely this is and how tranquil. All you can see is the countryside, all you can hear are the birds chirping. And there's those lovely hedges of rosemary again. And we just headed back up to the main building where we had dinner last night, which was awesome, for some breakfast. Let's see what they serve us this morning. Just so you can see this beautiful room that we were in last night, I thought I'd just bring you through in the daylight hours. Stunning fireplace, isn't it, David? And we just saw all these lovely it's an old Singer machine. This fireplace must be glorious winter because look at the size of the logs. They are massive, great big pieces, chunks of tree. Look at that
Backplate.
the back plate in that fireplace. And I love the carving on the stone. Very beautiful. I was saying to David, because the gentleman said that this room is actually of a newer construction but built on old style, let's say, to be in keeping with everything. Or perhaps he may have not known there might be parts of it, but this fireplace, I was saying, because we've been to so many architectural recuperation places now, it may very well be that they bought a beautiful old fireplace, because you can see it is a lovely old original one, and they've placed it here, which then gives it the authenticity of being, a much older room, let's say. And then these are those beautiful sculptures we were looking at last night up close. They're literally stuck in a huge chunk of tree, but again, really, really lovely. Oh, I didn't see the heads on the door of obviously the bathroom in here. They were those gorgeous couches that we both fell in love with last night. Wonderful colours. And of course that brings us then back out onto the lovely, that was where we just had our breakfast. And then that brings us back out onto the lovely balcony of the pool. A few people now relaxing by the pool, paddling in the spa or the baby pool. I'm not sure if it's a spa or a baby pool. That's our little cottage over there on its own, the end of the pathway, the old villa. And we were just questioning this morning whether downstairs perhaps might be the spa rooms, because they had like mirrored glass windows, so perhaps when people are having a massage they can see out, but we can't see in. So there you are. Total peace and tranquility.